Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome in. So, there's a big problem when it comes to goal setting and vision planning in the new year. And what I know from being in the space since 2013 to now is that your inbox, your social media, a lot of the conversations you're having are going to be oriented right now, and which is totally fair around goal setting and having the right plan and making the next year, 2022 in this case, just a big win, which is totally fair and totally free game. But there's two big problems when it comes to actually sitting down to plan your vision. And one of them is you don't know what to include and what to put in it. And the second one is that you end up putting too much in. And so today I have for you two models, a game plan, and an invite. So if you're ready for that, you can hear me and see me, comment live, or if you're watching the replay, comment replay. If you're watching this on my website, no need to take action. You can just sit back and take some notes while we're here doing this. We got some folks filing in already. What's happening, guys? Welcome in. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me. Want to make sure everything's just working right. So let's just hop right into one of the models to help you to really understand what the New Year cycle, the New Year roller coaster ends up looking like for most people. And then let's talk about some of the mistakes and show you exactly what you need to have inside of your plan as a coach or an online service provider to make 2022 the year that you broke out, the year of monthly recurring revenue, just continued going upwards and stacking and made it easier for you to run your business. So the new year, for a lot of people, unless you're already at 10, 20, 30K a month in revenue, it kind of feels like a roller coaster. And here's what I mean. Let's actually zoom out so we can see the whole thing just like that. Perfect. So there are a couple staples that we're going to have already. We're rolling up into January as it is 2022. And on the opposite end, if that's January, on the opposite end, we're going to have December 2022. We're coming to you guys right from December 2021 right now. And what most businesses end up looking like, and this usually matches the energy level of the coach or the service provider, is it kind of looks like this. And so what you have is this big boom in January. Right? You have this January excitement. And so you start making your way February, March, and soon you know it, you're in April. And for most coaches, most business owners, you don't know if your plan that you put together in December or January is actually working until April, which I think is one of the huge issues already. And so you don't know if it's working. You don't know where your energy levels are at. You don't know how much time is left in the plan because you're kind of in the day-to-day. And you don't necessarily have any results to show for it, is what usually happens. So by August, what most coaches end up feeling like is quitting. They feel like giving up. They have this kind of sad time of year where they're looking forward to the holidays because they think it's going to be the time where things grow. And then they end up kind of taking the month off December and start looking back towards the other side again in January. And they have this big rush of energy and then it kind of dies out. So what we want this to look like instead, if this is how it looks for most people, is for you and for everyone watching this, everyone here in Profit and Freedom or watching this on any of the other channels I have online, is we want for your year to look like this. It's just slow, steady, incremental growth. Not the fast start roller coaster, then a blur, and then it's all over. So I want to know from you watching this right now, where do you want to be when it's all said and done? January 2023, where do you want to be? Do you want to be on the orange line, on this one? Or do you want to be on the green line? Comment right now. Orange or green? What line do you want for you and for your business to be on when you think about the next year ahead and kind of being back in the shoes you're in right now, this time next year? I know for most of my coaches, including for myself over in Get Clients, we want to be on that green line where monthly recurring revenue is stacking, where every month it gets easier and more fun to run your business, where you have enough clients to grow, enough clients to scale, and where you're having fun and getting a lot of energy from the business. What about for you? Where is it that you want to be? Now, there are a couple mistakes when it comes to bringing this to life and to actually having a powerful new year and knowing what to plan for as you're going. The first kind of mistake that most people make is you wait until January to actually plan. And when you wait until January, it feels like everyone, all of your market has already purchased. They already found the service provider. They already found the coach of their choice. Everyone here in Profit and Freedom watching this right now knows better. They know better because that's just never going to be the case. There's always going to be customers ready for you, people leaving programs, trying to find another, or new people entering the market. I know I've harped a lot in this last month in December that it should be your busiest month. I know for me, it's been my busiest month of the year. It's been my most successful month in business. I'm very thankful for that. But it's because of my mindset going into it and because of how I played. And so I want to challenge you guys to do the same. Is to not wait until January thinking that's when everyone signs up. In fact, it's usually a harder month for most coaches. December's also usually hard, but you can control that with how you play and play full out. So the first mistake is just waiting to January to actually plan and to be marketing yourself and putting yourself out there. You need to be doing that right now, here and now. The second big mistake is that when it comes to actually planning and creating your vision and your game plan and getting that clarity is that you end up doing too much. You put too much in it. There's a lot of trends right now, and they're really just landmines for most coaches. You have challenges and podcasts. You have webinars, funnels. You have TikTok, Clubhouse, all these new social media platforms. And so what ends up happening is that you get a little overly ambitious. And ambition is great. Being overly ambitious can create some problems. And so you get overloaded, you get overwhelmed, and you end up over it. And there's a lot of coaches I'm chatting with right now who I met or connected with this month last year who have quit but are getting back on it. And I think that's great that you're getting back on it. But when you have the right plan and you're focused, you have the path cleared out in front of you, it makes it far easier to grow. And it basically makes growing happen by default. So let's talk about what it is that we want to actually do. Well, the first thing that we want is momentum. We want momentum going into January. And you need to know how to get it. That way you have enough leads and enough sales to scale your business and to bring in the sort of revenue that you're wanting, where it goes up every single month. The second thing you want to do is you want to do the right things. In fact, you want to do the right things in the right order, at the right time, and for enough time. That's what success looks like at a high level. That way you make progress, you feel accomplished, it validates the progress that you've made and the actions that you've taken, and so you do it again, and you end up in this beautiful upward spiral. So let's draw this out together and look at exactly what we need inside of your plan to make January a month that sparks just some amazing stuff for the rest of the year and really helps to bring this to life. By the way, when you're watching these, we don't just sit back and watch. Take notes, yeah, of course, but what I would love to see is the chat just blowing up with insights. The things that you're seeing, the things that you're observing, how you're feeling, maybe something I said that really hit home for you, a realization that you're having. Share those in the chat and in the comments right now while you're watching this. It's going to help it stick better. And you never know someone else is going to help impact here to have that same realization that you're having right now as you're having these aha moments and these breakthroughs. Let's start down here at the bottom. The first thing that we're 100% going to need in order to bring this to life is we're going to need the right offer. It's not rocket science, but we have to have the right offer and we have to have it drilled in. Let's just draw a little bracket in here so we have some room to write. There's two parts I really want you to think about when it comes to the plan for your offer and what you're going to do. The first thing I need you to do, it's one of two things, is I need you to raise the price. Let's draw a better money sign. Yeah. I need you to raise the price right now. With inflation going up and with so many people targeting low ticket offers and unfortunately creating a disaster in your business because it takes so many clients to grow, you need to raise your price. If you are doing low ticket right now or you're brand new, instead of raise your price, we need to set your price correctly. The correct price for you to get started right now is no less than $2,000 for your offer. That's a starting point, and we want to move you as quickly as possible, closer to $5,000 after your first couple paying clients or your next couple ones that you get in. You got to get the price right of your offer, otherwise it's going to be really hard to grow. I made some tweaks back in August that really came to fruition this month in December. One of them was around the investment for Get Clients, which is going up here in January by $2,000. So the most affordable time to join is right now. Comment help if you want some more details on what that looks like. We can talk, have a quick conversation to see if or how I can even help you and to see if the program is for you, put a plan together. First thing you gotta do is raise your price. You do that, it's gonna get easier to build your business and to grow it. It's gonna feel really weird and awkward at first, but I promise you, you're gonna, once you get that first client to sign up, you're gonna know that people can afford it. that you're capable of closing at that rate. So you're going to kind of raise your roof in the best way too. Maybe raise the roof was the better word for this. And you're not going to need nearly as many clients to grow. It's just going to take 2 or 3 a month to hit 15K a month. That's where I want you to be. Let's talk about thing number 2 that we need to do when it comes to your offer. We need to make sure that it's a group offer. The big thing I need to get across to you here in this is that it can't take you all day to deliver your offer. It needs to be able to help more than one people. So if like you're a service provider, for instance, watching this, and this stuff works perfect, sometimes better for service providers than coaches, is you need to make sure that your offer can scale, that it can help more than just the 1 or 2 clients you might be working with. And that is going to require you to make systems and processes, operating procedures, so that it gets easier to deliver, so that for every new client, you're not doing something new or different. For the coaches, it means coaching inside of groups, bringing everyone together, because your clients are going to get better results. They're going to learn faster. They're going to be more thankful, and they're going to make connections that they're going to attribute to you. That means you're going to stick around in your world and your programs longer. That means more customer lifetime value, and that means happier customers. If you're growing business organically or like at all, that's a godsend, because you can just use their testimonials and their success stories to grow your business. It makes growing just so much easier. So that's offer. We need to raise your price, and we need to make sure that it can scale and offer it in groups. Which one of these do you feel would be most important for you right now? Drop a comment wherever you're watching this in the chat and let me know. Is it raising the price? You need to get above $2,000, closer to $5,000, or do you need to have a scalable offer that you can do in groups, or add a group element into your service? So I think is a very smart thing to do. Let's now chat about the second place we need to gain momentum in, and that is getting leads. It's how you attract people into your world and bring more new, fresh, warm leads so that you can grow your business. One of the things I see still going on today is I see so many coaches below 15K a month who are, we got some folks from YouTube watching. What's going on? Hazlitt, welcome in. You're focusing on landing pages and conversions for generating revenue in your business. And that's just way too complex if you're below 15K a month. Once you get to 15K, you can do landing pages and checkout cards and all that if you want. It's still not going to be as effective as closing over the phone. So the first thing that you need to do is stop worrying about clicks and start worrying about conversations on convos. Every sale you make is going to happen through a conversation. It makes it far easier. And when you know how to have these conversations and to get them to this next part we're going to talk about here in a second, it makes it far simpler. Stop worrying about getting people to go to your landing pages and opt in for your lead magnets, and instead just have conversations with them. Don't worry about their email address if you're below 15K a month. Don't worry about them joining your Facebook group if you're below 15K a month. It's just going to hold you back. Second thing we got to do when it comes to how you attract people in and get warm leads is we need a pipeline. This is a customer management tool. I don't really have a diagram for pipeline, so we'll do this and we'll have money here on this side. How about that? We just came up with that here together. I'll trademark it. We need a pipeline. If you're not using a CRM, a tool, a customer relationship management tool to manage this, then you're making a big mistake. If you're managing from the platform, like on Facebook or YouTube or in your email inbox, you're losing sales. They're falling between the cracks. Last month in November, I released a beta version of a CRM that we've created that's called the Get Booked CRM. If you don't have one, I need you to message me or comment where you're watching this right now. Comment CRM and I'll get you a free copy of it. It's free right now. I'm not sure if it's always going to be free, but I'd love to get you a copy right now. This is going to help boost your revenue and reduce the time it takes you to close. For most of my students, it reduces it by half. So you're going to close leads in half the time into sales. I don't care if it's mine or someone else's. Get a pipeline management tool. There's tons of them out there. Many of them cost. You need a free one that's lightweight, that gets the job done to get you started, and that's about it. That way you don't have a ton of recurring charges. Comment CRM if you'd like that. By the way, if you want the worksheets for this, comment worksheet, and I'll get you a copy of this workbook that we're going through here together. That way you can fill it out on your own, really get this to stick and to apply in your business. Comment worksheet for that. Thing number 3. We need to focus on sales. In order to run a business, well, you need sales, right? So the two things that we need to do over here on this side in sales territory is first, stop sending people to a checkout cart and counting on them to buy your stuff. That's not how we sell high ticket, and we don't sell low ticket. What you need to do instead is book them onto your calendar. You have two choices here. You can book them in for an actual strategy session or into like a 15-minute fit call, which is the next thing over here, which is where you're kind of figuring out yes or no, are they a fit for you? That first call, if you're doing the fit call, the initial call, that's for you, selfish. And if you invite them to a strategy session, that's going to be all about them. So we need to stop selling in the chat and start just getting them to book a call to get on the phone with you. Some of the hardest prospects to message back and forth are the most fun and simple to close once you get them on the phone. And they sometimes resist any sort of conversation back and forth because they know that, because they're buyers. Buyers buy. So this is the game plan. This is how you're going to get momentum here as you're planning in January, in December and in January. And this is how you're going to get momentum for the rest of the year. That way you don't end up victim to the orange line here of the roller coaster cycle for how it looks for most businesses. And you end up on this green line where you get nice, steady, fast, and predictable growth. You move inch by inch, doing the right thing in the right order at the right time for enough time. It's going to feel slow, but I promise you, you're going to look back after 15 days, 30 days, a couple months in, you're going to see the results, you're going to see the progress. Instead of just getting a bunch of stuff done, why not do the right stuff so that it's easier for you to grow? So that growing just happens by default, and this is the plan. So come at Workbook if you want a copy of this. That way we can get you one. Now, another thing that you can do to make this all easier is to get around a group of coaches who are already focused on this and other service providers who know the path, who know the plan, and are working on it day in and day out. That way you have accountability and you have some help as you're going. Otherwise, left to your own devices, it's never going to get done. You're going to Frankenstein your business together from podcasts and Google searches and from YouTube videos. And before you know it, 1, 2, 3 years just passed by and you're still below 5K. So get around other coaches who are already doing this, who are performing at the level that you want to be playing at. Truthfully, I do not care if it's my group over in the Get Clients program or if it's someone else's. The only thing I do care is that you have the right help and that you have the right support for you. So maybe you don't resonate with me completely. Totally cool. Nothing personal taken from my side. Go find a coach. Go find a program that has what you need. Invest in yourself and get that help. That way you can be around other people, because all ships rise in a high tide. So as everyone else wins, you're going to start winning by default just because you put yourself in the right environment. So whether it's me and the close to 40 coaches and service providers I have over and Get Clients, or someone else, go get yourself some help. In fact, coming up here in January, there we go. Coming up here in January, we're doing a little event here to help you work on your business and start getting you out of working in your business. We do this in the Get Clients program every couple months. And so for the first time, I've done this in maybe a year or two, I'm going to make some guest passes available. So I have 7 of them. So if you are an existing coach or service provider, thing number 1. Thing number 2, you have an offer worth at least $1,000 right now, or you're ready to put your high ticket offer together, get out of low ticket. You have room for 3 to 5 clients starting in the next 21 days, and you can keep a secret. That one's important. I want you to comment the word invite wherever you're watching this, or message me the word invite and I'll know what to do. And we'll have a quick chat to see if this event can help you, and talk about just what's coming up in the next year for your business, to see if this is a fit, and to see if my group of coaches is a good fit for you. And we can help you put a plan together, and I'd love for you to be part of this event. That way we can start right now thinking with the end in mind and starting to get you not working in your business, but work on your business by focusing on these things here together, which is exactly what we're going to be covering in January too, and helping you to implement them and drilling deep on these 3 areas of your business so that it's locked in, it's loaded, and 2022 becomes the year that everything turned around. So comment invite if you'd like more details on that. At the end of the day, the Mark Wahlberg Navy SEALs quote is true. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. So slow and steady wins the race. When you dial in all 3 parts of this, when you get the offer, the leads, and the sales part right of your business, you have the foundation for a coaching business that scales by default. And it does it in less time than others, and it attracts in the kind of people that you want to work with that help you build your business organically. They get you to 15, 20, 25K a month or more in monthly recurring revenue. So commit to this plan now and do the right things in the right order at the right time. That way, January 2022 becomes the month that all started and you created the business that you've been envisioning.